welcome you all to the next session on know-how series. So this is the second part of the video which we have seen in the last week of cascading pass transistors, how to cascade pass transistor, what is the correct approach of cascading the pass transistors, and I've displayed a question on GATE 2014 easy question and the corresponding solution is explained in this video. In the first part of the video, we have understood what is the correct approach of cascading the pass transistors. Before understanding the correct approach of cascading the pass transistors, we have also seen what is the wrong approach of cascading the pass transistor and what is the problem that is being incurred in the pass transistor. Let me just give a quick recap, because here in this case, this is the wrong approach of cascading the pass transistors. Here what we can see is the voltage drop is increasing for each and every subsequent cascading of pass transistors. Suppose if you are going to extend one more cascading of pass transistor, then that will increase one more threshold voltage drop. Because this threshold voltage drop, we know what is the reason, because NMOS cannot pass strong one, it can pass only a weak one. That weak one is being represented as VDD minus VTN1. Whereas this was not the case in the exact or the proper approach of cascading the pass transistors. Here we can see that we are cascading like this. Here the cascading is the output of first NMOS pass transistor is given as input to the second NMOS pass transistor. So similarly, if you are going to cascade one more pass transistor, the drain output will be given as input to the gate of next transistor. But whereas this was not the case in the correct approach of cascading the pass transistor, here we can see that the gate voltages are fixed, so there is no drop. But here we can see that the gate voltage is dropping again. So therefore, since the gate voltage is dropping, the output voltage will also try to drop when we are trying to cascade more number of pass transistors. Here we can see that initially we had VDD in the gate voltage, and then because of this drop, here this output drain has been given as input to the second pass transistor's input. So now what will happen? This is going to act as the gate voltage for the second pass transistor. So obviously there is an again voltage drop in the gate voltage itself. So that is another drawback in this approach of cascading the pass transistor. Therefore, here what we are doing is we are going to retain the gate voltages to be fixed. You can fix this as VDD. This C voltage also as VDD, so that there will not be any drop in the gate voltage. So obviously what will happen is only at this point we will have a voltage drop. So therefore, if A is going to be VDD and B is going to be supplied with VDD, X will definitely have a VDD minus VTN. This threshold voltage drop cannot be recovered in pass transistor, NMOS pass transistor. Whereas in PMOS pass transistor, there will be a threshold voltage drop of mod VTP. That is also discussed in the previous videos. And the first part of the video link is also provided in the description box below for your reference. Please refer to that and come back. You'll have a better understanding of what is the exact approach of cascading the pass transistor, because I have explained with suitable examples of how this threshold voltage drop occurs when we are going for this approach of cascading pass transistor. Now here we will see with suitable examples why this is the correct approach of cascading the pass transistors. And I'll let you know why there is no voltage drop here, because here and all we are going to retain the same VDD minus VTN. Here also, how many ever transistors we are going to cascade, we will have only the initial threshold voltage drop, and all these gate voltages will be fixed as VDD, no voltage drop in the gate voltages. Now, I think I have given one GATE 2014 question. Let us check whether this diagram is resembling the GATE question, and let us solve with suitable examples of that GATE 2014 question on cascading the pass transistors. So this was the question which I have displayed in the first part of the video, and the solution we are going to see here, and we can exactly see this was the correct approach of cascading pass transistor. So now it is very simple that we can write the answer straight away here, like this is the going to be VDD minus VTN. This we know, right? And VTN, it is given as threshold voltage of 1 volt is given for us. And then what we need, Then we need an VDD. VDD is also going to be 5 volt. That is also specified in the question. So now 5 minus 1, we will have 4 volts here. And here also I told that it is going to be VDD minus VTM, 4 volts, 4 volts. So obviously the output voltages of P, Q and R are going to be 4 volt, 4 volt, 4 volt. But what we need is the exact explanation of how we are achieving this 4, 4 and 4 volts. Now we will look into the solution for this particular gate question. So we will first write down what are all the given values for this particular problem. So from the question directly we can see that all these are NMOS pass transistors. Okay. And from the symbol also we can realize. And then it is given us they are all with a threshold voltage of 1 volt, all the 3 transistors. And then all the 3 gate voltages are going to be 5 volt. And the initial source voltage is given as 5 volt. And what we need to find out? We need to find out what is the output voltage of P, Q and R terminals. All these are going to be output drain voltages. So this is what we have to find out. First we will start with finding out what is VP. So now to find out VP, all these are NMOS pass transistors. NMOS transistor will turn on only when VGS is greater than or equal to VT. So we'll have to first check this condition. So to find out VGS, it is VG minus VS. So 5 minus 5, it is equal to 0 volts. And now what will happen? 0 is less than 1 volt. So therefore, the transistor is in off condition. So now if the transistor is in off condition, we know that it will try to retain the previous value. Previous value, what it will have? It will have the 4 volt because the source voltage is going to be increased from 1, 2, 3, 4 and then only to 5 volt. If we are going to have the source voltage as 4 volt, what would have happened? 5 minus 4 would have been 1 volt. This would have been the VGS. And then what would have happened? VGS would have been equal to VT. Therefore, my drain output VP would have been 4 volt because it will straightly pass the voltage that is available at source. So now, since here for this particular case the transistor is in off condition, it will try to retain the previous voltage which is 4 volt, where this 4 volt is what we call it as VDD minus VT, where VDD is the 5 volt, VT is 1 volt. That is what this 4 volt. This is what we call that as a weak one. Okay, because it is not 5 volt. So this, therefore we call this as weak one. Since NMOS cannot pass strong one, it is only passing weak one. So now we know that VP is going to be 4 volt. Now we will find out what is VQ. Now here we will find out what is VQ. Again, being an NMOS pass transistor, we'll have to check the condition whether it is VGS is less than or greater than VT. So now we'll find out VGS. This is going to be S. This is going to be gate. So now VG minus VS, we know that gate voltage is 5, source is 4 and it is going to be 1 volt. VGS is equal to VT, therefore it satisfies the condition. So now what will happen? The NMOS transistor is going to turn on and VQ, what we are going to obtain, this is drain terminal output. So if the transistor is on, the input that is present at the source terminal will be passed to the drain terminal. So now what is there at the input? We have 4 volt of VP. So therefore the output of VQ is also 4 volts. Now the last thing that is remaining is our VR. what is this VR. And here also we'll find out what is VGS. It is VG minus VS, and VG is 5 volts because this is the gate, this is source. Source is again 4 volt, this is going to be 1 volt, so it is going to be similar. So therefore NMOS will be on because VGS is equal to VT, and therefore VR is the drain output which will receive the source input here. So that is also again 4 volt. So therefore the final answer is going to be Vp equal to Vq equal to Vr. All these are going to retain 4 volts. So with this we can understand this is the correct approach of cascading the pass transistor. Why we need not assume that this is the correct approach, because we can very well visualize that all these voltages have been retained from this one single threshold voltage drop. So only at this point we have observed a voltage drop. Otherwise everywhere we can see that we have got the same voltage of 4 volt. So now even if you are trying to cascade a number of transistor, the first initial drop is only accepted and all other things are passed as such. So I think this video would have given a proper insight on how to cascade the pass transistor, and the gate question which was shown in the first part of the video is also solved in this. Thank you all for watching this video through Electronics Insight channel.